Hi guys, welcome back to Smooth Traffic on YouTube. This is Rob King, and what you're about to watch is my 100th race on Gran Turismo Sport. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast at all, you'll know that Jonny and I have been playing a fair bit of this. Jonny more so than me, although he has taken an extended leave of absence due to what he finds to be the negativity surrounding the sportsmanship rankings. Anyway, so, as well as my 100th race, this is also my first pole position. And this is the Gr.4 race for the 24th of February, daily race at Brands Hatch. I'm in the Nissan GT-R, as you can see, and well, exciting to be on pole. First corner, bit keen on the brakes, and you can just hear some kind of shunt behind me, so quite happy to have avoided anything there. Unfortunately, into Druids, leave a massive space on the inside, drop down to second. Kind of get forced out a little bit, but mainly safe driving, which Jonny will tell you is a surprise. And yeah, just ended up getting swamped early on in the race here. Lost some sportsmanship ranking points for something there. And yeah, not looking good at all. But battling back is what the British do best. And who doesn't love an underdog story? Says the man who started on pole position. Now I must apologise for, well, most of this video. You'll notice that I've developed a rather nasty habit, almost OCD habit, of checking behind me. And while that's obviously important in racing, you learn that in Gran Turismo anything can happen from literally anywhere, because some people don't necessarily embrace the racing sportsmanship to its full potential, to the extent where you can be used as a brake. And it's happened to me several times at Brands Hatch, in fact, going down into turn 1. People have used my car to stop their own, and I've ended up in the gravel opposite. So apologies if I give you some kind of seizure due to the constant flicking back and forth between front and rear views. Anyway, so managed to pop up to second now. Not really had to do a lot myself, thanks to some people just getting a little bit wide and running off. So now begins chasing down Savvy Cormac. I'm sure there's some reason for the mixture of capital letters and lowercase letters in his name. Obviously there's no consistency unless you consider Y to be a vowel. This is fast turning into another episode of Dictionary Corner, so I'll try and stay on target. This was, I believe this was my fastest lap, as I chased down the leader in his Audi TT. Generally speaking, probably one of my tidier races, with the exception of this. But luckily the four-wheel drive of the GT-R rescued me there. So as I mentioned on Twitter, the fastest lap that I achieved in this race, as well as the pole position and what you'll eventually see to be the win, is the first time that I've done that, obviously, having been my first pole position, but this was only my 4th fastest lap in 100 races as well. So once again showing that probably not the best Gran Turismo Sport player, but you know, it wouldn't be very reasonable of me to claim otherwise. Anyway, so getting up nice and tight now, getting in the slipstream. Now I actually pull out here, the reason being that I didn't want to end up rear-ending him if I was a little later on the brakes. But fortunately, I seem to have got into his head there, and he's run wide, and I've managed to get through to the lead. So just coming down to the last few corners of this lap, and he's all over my back end. And once again, run wide like a pillock. Clearly the pressure of being in the lead is not something that I'm accustomed to. But this is where somehow I just start to gently pull away. Little bit keen on the brakes there going into turn 1. Probably shouldn't have been so twitchy. This time, however, Druids, nice and tight line after the debacle on the first corner. Do lose a bit of traction, but fortunately the chap in second place ran a little wide, and then I obviously just got exceptional drive off of that last corner. Just feathering the throttle, which is something that I'm not famous for on this game, or in fact any other racing game, as John and Ben will tell you, thanks to the beanbagging exploits that you can see in our Forza videos, which were some of the first videos we actually posted on YouTube. And I think the commentary on those were probably just as terrible as mine is now. So rounding the last few bends, you can see that I've almost got a second clear, and my checking of the rear view has decreased dramatically. But unfortunately I do take it a little gingerly around these last couple of turns, and it's given Savvy Cormac a chance to close right up on me. But I've just got enough of a cushion to lead it out over the line. And that's win number 4 on Gran Turismo Sport. Obviously, if you've enjoyed this video, or you'd like to tell me how boring my commentary has been, then please do like and comment on the race. And if you want to see more of them, pop something in the comments or tweet us at Smooth Traffic. Why not give us a subscribe as well? We've got a lot of bang average car reviews, along with, if you haven't listened to the podcast already, you can check those out as well. We have uploaded those as videos. Or you can check us out over on Podomatic or via iTunes. A little achievement there just to confirm that I've made 100 races and to confirm my first pole position. So there we have it. In Smooth Traffic Green, the Nissan GT-R. Thanks very much for watching.